Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is James and welcome back to the Soundline. So today I thought it'd be quite a cool opportunity if we made a video regarding Sonus Faber and their new Olympica Nova range, since we happen to have all four of the main speaker models here in the store at the moment. We've got the Olympica Nova 1, the 2, the 3 and the 5. So I just want to talk a little bit about what has changed with the Olympica range and what the Novas now bring to the table, what's different about them, what is the same as the previous Olympica range. This is obviously the newer generation, which they're now calling the Olympica Nova. The first thing you notice about them is the two color options that we've got, the two finishes. You've got a nice light wood color, and then you've got a darker wood and they've both got the pinstripes in them. So essentially the same finishes. And then in terms of the grille, just as always with all of Sonus Faber's speakers from the Olympica range upwards, they still have the string grille style that just attaches at the bottom and the top. However, with this new range, they have finished the aluminium pieces at the top of them in this brushed silver aluminium as opposed to the black where they're trying to camouflage it. This time around, they've tried to make them stand out a bit more since they are really nice looking. Aesthetically, something you also notice that has changed from the previous generation. They have gone away from the leather down the front and on the top look of the previous Olympica range and just gone for the wood the whole way around. Personally, I really like it. I think I did like the leather top on the previous Olympica range, but on the front, for me, definitely I prefer the wood all the way down. They've also incorporated this aluminium trim ring around the top and around the bottom, which is another trickle-down feature from the Homage range. So you're probably starting to get the idea that the Homage range has significantly inspired a lot of the aesthetics of these speakers. They still go for this aeroplane wing cross-section style with the rear port firing out on an angle. This is a completely new design, but you can tell by looking at it with the aluminium or the steel fins that go all the way to the floor. That has been significantly inspired by the port that they use on their Homage range, you know, with the Serafinos and the Armatis. That's what this has come from. It's not firing directly backwards like it is with the Homage range. It's still firing on an angle, just it's been tweaked ever so slightly, internally and externally, to suit this range a bit better, but you can tell, you know, aesthetically, that's where the design elements have come from. The feet, or the outriggers, have been also completely redesigned, again, inspired from the Homage range. Now, instead of having two metal plates, you know, with the front feet and the rear feet attached, which mount to the underside of the speaker, like with the previous generation, they now have one solid steel plate, which is, you know, the base of the speaker that has the feet integrated, or the outriggers completely integrated straight into it. Something else you probably may have picked up on with these speakers, if you know the Olympica range, they have opted to go away from the lean back style that they were doing with the previous Olympicas. The previous Olympicas had larger feet at the front, enabling it to lean back on a slight angle, whereas now, like the Homage ones and most of their other speakers, they've gone for just a straight up and down vertical speaker. Another thing that they have brought down from the Homage range as well is the terminals on the back of them. Now they've got the straight up and down vertical orientation with your two positives and your negatives for your high frequencies and your low frequencies. Touching briefly on sound quality, because I know a lot of you will be asking about that as well. After having a good listen to all of these speakers and knowing what the previous generation of Olympicas sound like, I could say that it is a massive improvement on sound quality. The new Nova range is, I would say, a lot more, you know, rounded and rich sounding. It's just a lot more full-flavored, if you know what I mean. Don't get me wrong, I still love the sound of the old Olympicas, but these Novas, yeah, I can see why they brought out their new model, because there is a serious difference here and they sound fantastic. I think probably the best thing for you guys to do will be to come in store, have a listen to them for yourselves and see what you think. So that, guys, has been our little overview highlighting some of the, you know, the key features and design differences with the new Olympica Nova range. If you want to hear what they sound like in person, which is the best way to, you know, decide if they're the right speaker for you, come in and see us, sit down, have a listen, have a coffee, and just see what you think. My question for you guys today is, what do you think of the new design elements? Do you prefer the old style of the Olympicas or the new Olympica Nova range? Let us know down in the comment section. I'll catch you in the next video, guys. Ka kite anō.